Oh yes, never life has bro. I was getting a bit concerned because earlier on the internet was going a bit dodgy, but it must have sorted itself out.
You remember what you're doing, Baz?
I think so, aye. Is it press the button back? One beside the
the any key.
any key.
Right.
So it's another Thursday, another live stream. So this week we have Brian on from Brian's Action Review. So it's nice to finally not meet you in person, but nice to have you on, Brian.
Yeah, man. Like when you asked me, I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." It's always good fun to go on other people's live streams, like, and have a bit of bants and a bit of fun.
Right. It's always nice to. What I say is that when I started this up, it was just a Facebook group kind of thing I had, and then folk were saying, "Oh, you should go live." And I was a bit back then. I was a bit on the shy side, but with doing the lives and doing like my haul videos and that, I've kind of my confidence has kind of grew a little bit. So it's like, oh, why not try one live? If it doesn't work, I'll not do them again. But it's been an interesting couple of years, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you first start doing these videos, you almost kind of feel silly, don't you? But then you gotta get used to it. You kind of get over it, and it's fun then. Like, and there's so many great people in the community. Then, like, they really make you feel at home. Like,
Got Mr. Connor.
Okay.
Hey, Sonny.
Sonny, son.
Hey, Sonny.
It's always nice to meet other collectors to see what they collect, because we all collect different things. Kind of thing. I'm down so many rabbit holes. It's kind of unreal, kind of thing. It's
you need a shovel to get out of them.
Oh, definitely. It's not that. It's like I'm in a Discord as well, Brian, and they've now changed me to the Bargain King because I seem to find all these amazing things at really good prices.
Or I've seen
technically find in charity shops and boot sales kind of thing. It's just like one of the boys. You must think I pray to some sort of toy god on a Saturday morning. Because fair enough, I wasn't at the boot sale last week because it was raining here, so I was like, "There's no point in going," kind of thing. But see, I think it's just luck with me. If you it's getting to know my charity shows, I kind of get to know when they're putting stuff out, so it's always a good chance just to pop down to see what they've put out. If there's nothing there, kind of thing. But I have found, man, I don't know if you've watched previous live streams, but some of the stuff that I found, like last week, I was showing off some things that you shouldn't have found at a charity shop. Like I found a SH Figurettes. I can't remember. Black Widow, that's it. For like
I've seen that one,
for like £4, man.
So random, like.
And there was one figure that I did find and I meant to show last week, but I completely forgot all about it. And I know I think he goes for a bit online, but I found this guy.
Oh, wow.
Not just that guy, but also found the daughter as well.
How much did you end up paying for that, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I paid about £8 for both of them.
Wow. That is crazy, man. That's about like, isn't he about 50 quid to buy new or something?
Well, folk have said to me, man, when I first got it, it's like, oh, that's £100 on eBay. And I was like,
wow.
Really?
See, that is look.
Well, I did, man. I found a Master's Piece Grimlock, but it's not it's the American version of them.
Oh, yeah, the Toys R Us version.
Toys R Us one, but I found that for like £6. I was like, when I seen it, I was like, is that not meant to be 60 quid? Because your boot sale is technically not a boot sale, it's more a trader market now.
Yeah.
And I just happened to ask her, as much as that? And she's like, £6. And I says, okay, I've told him up to make sure everything was all right. And she filmed it up for me, showed me, and I was like, there's the £6. I'm away.
That's just unreal, man. But again, like you keep going, like so you're gonna keep come across stuff like this as well if you're consistent as well.
Oh, definitely.
Like all we get here in our boot sale, our car boot sales are like broken lawnmowers and stuff like that,
What was that?
and old like comic or
Number 8.
consoles.
Real this.
Good question, Brian. What do you actually collect, and how did you come by your name? Just in case anyone in the chat doesn't know you, or what you collect, or what you do.
I think
Just
it's more of a
give
question of
brief
what
history of what you do and what you collect.
I think it's more of a question of what I don't collect. I collect like all the main Hasbro lines, like Legends, GI Joes, Star Wars, a little bit. But I mostly collect. I don't think you can see it from here, like, but the top of the Detolf over in the corner there is all like Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat. That's my main collection at the moment. They're kind of the
Do you collect the
only
normal versions, Brian, or do you get the repaints?
Oh no, these are.
No, because I know I've been watching a few guys in America, and they've been after Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat or Street Fighters. But there's two variants of Sagat, like they've done the coloured variant as well.
Yeah, there's bloody versions as well as the clean ones.
Yeah.
So I collect the clean ones.
Yeah.
Because the bloody ones are a lot harder to come across.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're expensive, like, but there's only like 2 or 3 a year, so it's not too bad that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not as if you're forking out every couple of weeks for them, like.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think I started collecting again in like 2012. I'm gonna say that could be a bit off, like, but yeah, that's when I really started collecting again, and the YouTube channel kind of thing. I used to do a bit of acting in my spare time, so it originally started out as practicing for camera, and then I just YouTubed it.
Looking at the infantile cell in the field of jellyfish and idea how he got out.
I watched Slice's 2 hours live stream earlier unboxing. He cut himself. I asked the question 4 times. He still never answered me. But you know, that's how Mr. Rum goes.
That's Rum the cheater, is it?
Yeah.
No, but
I recorded Mr. Lizard and Bob the Goon, and he still didn't answer my question. You know,
fuck's sake, Delicious.
Take care.
It's basically, he did a 2-hour unboxing live stream, and I said to him, "What was your worst buy? Your best pickup and your worst pickup?" And he never.
Thing with Rum is that when he starts unboxing, that's it. He kind of goes into that zone.
He goes into the zone, yeah.
But it's like getting that Karate Kid playset
for 25 quid.
For 25 quid, that was awesome.
Yeah. I'm just quite glad he's not round the corner. He's not going to strangle the little lizard on, you know. It could be done. But yeah. So basically, Brian, your action figure is your hobby, your interest then and bits.
Yeah, like it's I love collecting. I always have, I think, and I don't know. A lot of people have that like moment in their lives where they stop collecting as a child and then go through their teens or whatever, and then some people pick it up again, and that's kind of what I did. So like I've been collecting now again for about 10 years or so. Right. And I absolutely love it.
So technically, if I gave you the top 3 things you collect then in your collection, I know you probably said you collected a lot of things. I've seen your latest video. Is it the Toy Room tour? That was amazing.
Thank you.
So what's the top 3 things you collect then?
My top 3.
You spotted everything in the toy room again into another shop. Or you walked into like Baz's room and wanted 3 items out of the key items. Any items you're after?
I would say like my top 3 would be Legends first, then Storm. Maybe Transformers be the third one. Yeah, it's hard to. It's like picking between your children.
Yeah.
It's like Transformers. Transformers to me is a very dangerous rabbit hole for me because I do have quite a few Transformers. I kind of stopped picking Transformers up until probably about a month ago, and then I went to Game, and Game were doing the Transformers Fallen Kingdom figures for so I ended up picking up like 3 of those, and it's kind of like now I want more. But
it's
Transformers is a very, very dangerous rabbit hole.
It's like for years though there wasn't really like at the moment the way Hasbro are releasing the Transformers, they're all perfectly in scale.
Yeah.
And there wasn't like a line like that for years. So now like I'm trying to at the moment my goal is to get all the Transformers from the 86 animated movie. And I'm getting close. So I'll probably stop after that.
I really want the Dinobots from that line.
Oh, they're brilliant. I've got 3 of them so far. So good.
I'd like to see Unicorn in that full size, but no chance. But hey. Ryan, you got anything new to pick up or anything new to show us or anything special you want to show us? Up to you if you're getting new pickups up. Before Baz takes the last hour and a half of the stream away from us.
So these are from Action Force, the new Valaverse line. I only got these yesterday, so the reviews aren't even gone up yet. So this is Trigger. It's like
oh, that's really that's
absolutely sick. Like
that's cool, man. That's mental. The on them, the ones they're absolutely amazing. What I've seen, I know Connor does a lot of the reviews on them, and everyone Connor puts something in,
and
killing on them are amazing.
It's this one. That's a NECA figure for a Prince figure, wouldn't you?
This is the second one. Then I got this yesterday as well. This is Garrison Cavalry. He's called. This one is my favorite one. It's just so cool. And he's got like radios and stuff on his back. Just the detail on these is absolutely outstanding. Like, and they fit in with the G.I. Joes as well. Like, so yeah, they're pretty awesome.
It's like the first one that you showed, Brian. It kind of reminds me of like a Call of Duty.
Yeah.
In the
funny story, when I was pre-ordering him, when I saw him first, like these are all like original characters. When I saw him first, it reminded me of have you guys ever seen that movie American Sniper?
Yes.
The guy that was in that, Chris Kyle, was it? It just reminded me of him for some reason anyway. But yeah. So cool.
What about yourself, Dave? Or do you want me to go? I've not got much, to be honest with you.
You get it next time. You want to?
So I can't remember I showed this guy off last week, but I went and got the armored Aquaman.
Oh, that is really cool.
I can't remember if I showed him off yet, I know, but I noticed he was lying on the shelf. And then last week I picked up.
Oh, Deathstroke, is it?
Deathstroke.
Nice.
Found him. Funny enough, I found him in a charity shop. And I'm addicted to these, Brian.
Mini mitts. I saw 2 packs of those in my local like B&M type shop there the other day, and I hadn't seen them ever over here. So strange, like.
Every time I see mini mates, it's like we have Airbnbs has got them, Home Bargains has got them. I've got a shop. It's basically just a 5-minute walk. They've got them in there. Every time I see mini mates, I just pick them up. It's like an addiction kind of thing. And then I picked up.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if this was the best looking rogue kind of thing, but
yeah, she's a pretty long neck.
But for $8.99, I couldn't really say no.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wanted I'm trying to build my Marvel characters up again, kind of thing. So I'm kind of glad I got like that big box a few weeks back. But I started picking up the Marvel Legends again out of Game because Gamer got
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of good clearances on Marvel Legends at the moment around online stores as well.
And then this was a really weird pickup that I found in a charity shop, and I got all 4 of these for 50p. So I don't know if anybody's.
Oh, those are cool. They'd be awesome for a table or whatever. That is awesome.
And out of the 4 of them, there's only one that's actually complete.
That's class.
But I was a bit confused because these are from when I was trying to work out what they actually were and where they come from. It's actually got Gentle Giants on them.
Yeah, they're like mini bus sideshow collectibles.
Because that's basically just come in a bag like that. Well, the extra. So it's only the red one. It's 100% complete. The other ones are either missing, like the point arm. They've got like the binoculars or that.
So you can like switch out the arms and stuff on that. You can.
Aye, so you can basically have your guy like that if you wanted to, or have him like that.
That's really cool. I like that.
Like with the white one, I've got the white because that's only PCC's got, so it's like it's got the binoculars kind of thing, like pointing to the
to the.
And the thing that I found today, Dave will know exactly what this is, but I picked one of these up a while back, but I gave it to my nephew. But I was actually thinking about toy photography, and I think I might know exactly what I'm thinking about. I was actually thinking having like and either Anakin or Obi-Wan or Vader, and kind of reminded me like a mini Death Star kind of idea.
Yeah, if you had the 4-inch versions of them.
I do mean I've got a ton of like 3 3/4-inch Star Wars figures, so I think I do have a Luke and Vader that's the ones that you can actually articulate kind of thing. So I need to go through that box and find out exactly what I've got. But
you could like light up the back of it or something. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I picked one of these up a while back, but I ended up giving it to my nephew, because I was trying to keep it for myself, but my nephew's now getting to that stage that he wants everything that I've got. So
Plus, he's buying 2 of each at the moment, isn't you?
Oh, it's every time he sees like the Black Series, like I want this and I want that, I want the He-Mans. He's already given me his Christmas list. So for his Christmas, he wants this.
Oh, the new what's his name? Battle Cat.
His new Battle Cat and He-Man. He says, I want that. If I can't get him that, he wants the Origin one. I says the Origin one, I can find Battle Cat name bother. That one's quite a harder one to find through my way, because as soon as they get them in, they're out the door. I don't know.
Yeah, they sell out a lot faster than the older ones.
Yeah.
Strangely.
I'm kind of lost on this. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. It's kind of weird, is that 1 week you can keep up with the chat, another week.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes off. It's difficult to.
That's normal for Bowser, catching all his stuff.
Computer trippers. I'm glad you stopped in as well. You gone, but I was. Dave knows about this, but we have an unhanging goal on our chats. Is that about a certain figure that I have in my collection, and it's my cheapest way of getting a Hot Toys. And Dave knows exactly what it was, but we were talking about this. I think we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, weren't we, Dave, on the live? Yeah. So this is my cheap version of a Hot Toy.
I love it. Barbed wire.
It's never. I've never opened it up yet.
I actually remember that movie.
No, what the Watchmen you showed off last week? It's quite a good one as well for it. It's not a hot toy. That's a guy, so it's not a hot lady. It's still a big toy. Bigger. The Watchmen you showed off.
Sorry.
You remember the Watchmen you showed off last week?
Oh, right, the comedian.
Yeah.
I basically got her and the comedian at the same time off of Amazon when Amazon was. I always check the warehouse deals. Man, sometimes it's a hit and a miss getting stuff off of there. But a few years back, they were getting a lot of like the collectible stuff in, and they were getting them off cheap. So I picked up the comedian for Watchmen, and also picked up her as well, kind of thing. And I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know why I picked up the Bad Wire. But that I think
it's Pamela Anderson. What's not to like?
I think that was like 15 quid they wanted for that.
Jesus, that's for nothing.
Yeah,
and I think that's the reason I picked up. But it's like there's another guy that we can Andy for Andy's Toys and Models, and he likes his Pamela Anderson stuff. And when I showed him that, he's like, "That's mental."
Right.
To be honest with you, it wasn't what I was kind of expecting because I thought it was something different. But when it came, it was like, for 15 quid, I can't grumble.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely the most random thing I've seen in a stream so far. So you've got me there, like.
Anyway.
Sometimes over the years of collecting is like what I cry my.
Oh, Simon. That's a twin.
Magnified.
Cave, and over the last few months, I've been trying to get in it and see exactly what I've got, so I can properly list in what I'm needing. And then you end up coming across things that you've bought, but you completely forgot you had.
Oh, I used to be like that. Like, I collected DVDs years ago, and you'd be going through your collection, and then you'd find like a particular movie, and you'd be like, oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. You actually forgot you had it bought. Like, and you always buy things that are in clearance sales and stuff like that.
It's funny you say that, Brian, because I do have a big DVD collection as well, and I was going through it because my dad was asking me about certain movies that somebody told him about, because my dad's been off work. His health's not great, so that's all he's doing is just sit down and watching DVDs, or if it's nice, he's sitting outside. I managed. I don't know how I've done it, but I've got 6 copies of Little Shop of Horrors.
It's a great movie, though.
I've got 6 copies, and I don't know how I've got 6 copies.
One for each room, one for each day of the week. Basically, I need one more. 7 makes it the full house.
I think it was 3 copies of Predators I had for some reason or other.
Crazy.
I think I have definitely owned several versions of Transformers the movie down through the years as well, on VHS, Blu-ray, DVD, whatever.
So, what's your thoughts on the new Transformer movie that's coming out?
We haven't seen anything of it yet, though, have we? Yeah, I don't know. I really liked Bumblebee, so if they continue in that vein, they could be onto something. But yeah. I don't know. I always worry for those movies.
Until the trailer hits, I can't say nothing until the trailer finally hits.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
people say it's going to be episode 7 with the Unicron. Some people say Bumblebee 2, new version. It's just wait until it happens.
I don't read up on about the new Transformers movie as that's going to be the Terracons instead of the Predacons. I don't understand if they're bringing the Maximals in, why they're not bringing the Predacons, kind of thing. It's a Terracon.
Clue.
I don't understand the logic when we all know it's Maximals against Predacons, Autobots against Decepticons, kind of thing. I know the Terracons was a different line, but that was from another cartoon series from, I think it was the late 90s, early 2000s they come in.
It's like with Bumblebee, like they kept it simple and it worked. I don't
Oh,
see why they can't do the same. Like
Five memories of that Bumblebee movie was absolutely amazing.
those Cybertron scenes were
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Everything I always wanted to see in a Transformers movie.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed Bumblebee.
Talking about action force, Brian, did you see the Serpentera figure? The is it Serpent guy from
Serpentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the little carriage thing. It
Yeah.
looks really, really, really cool. I definitely want to get it somehow.
I really want that one as well. I'm just hoping we
Yeah.
can get one pre-ordered over here.
I presume like it'll be on Pulse. You guys have Pulse over there, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah. Like it'll be probably tougher for us, but I'll get it somehow anyway.
I'm just wondering if they'll actually bring any of the other characters from the G.I. Joe 80s movie that they brought out. Be nice to have like the other guys.
Yeah.
I can never mind this. I can never mind his name, but it's like the snake guy, like the main bad guy in.
Yeah.
Cobra.
Well, Cobra Commander's the main guy, but then there's the guy. He's pod.
Aye,
was it pod?
I can't
He's in his pod or something. Red eye. He's got like a red eye, like.
Oh, is that Nemesis or something?
Yeah.
There's a couple of different guys as well. Yeah.
The guy with the wings, like the Enforcer, and then you've got.
Yeah, that was Nemesis, I think.
Yeah.
I know Connor's in the chat now because he hates all the mad stuff, but I love all the crazy looking characters that they do in G.I. Joe. I hope to start doing all of those.
That's the thing. If you grew up with G.I. Joe, man, it's one of those iconic cartoons and toy lines that we all had, kind of thing.
Yeah. If it works, down it. So, let's just real carry on. I picked up.
Oh, very nice.
A new tripod stand.
Is this for your holidays?
Maybe. Carrying the holiday theme, I thought I'd get myself some light reading done. The Route 66 book.
Oh, nice.
Saves me buying it over when I get there.
Child outside in 19.
And then today's charity shop as well find was the Bucky O'Hare bug.
Oh wow, Bucky O'Hare. That's cool.
Weirdly enough, that was 12 quid in this shop. And I thought for a charity shop they did a bit of research on it. And the little guy I paid $2.50, but all the toes are £8 and £10 each.
Blinky.
Blinky. Eyeball. Right.
So
I picked up a few little bits as well, but weird things. But that's me.
Yeah, that's class though. I love random stuff like that. It's really cool.
Baz is going weird. Baz is going weird. Good say the Scottish man is going weird.
Oh, didn't it? Because I'm on edge as it is, Dave.
Oh yeah, which edge? Have you sleep to edge of your bed?
Yeah. Because my brother and my sister-in-law, they're expecting again.
Are you expecting a phone call or a message to come up? Hello, Uncle Barry. How you doing?
So her due date was meant to be yesterday, and last night she's been having like the odd kind of twinges. So I'm just expecting a phone call saying she's here, kind of thing.
What do you like, Baz?
Uncle Baz.
There's another Padawan I can learn to collect.
Another one to come for your toys.
It's like my youngest nephew. He has, I don't know what it is, but he's fascinated with this guy, my Chewbacca, because it's not the first time it's ended up at his bit. And then I get a phone call from my sister. It's like, did you give him any toys? It's like, no. What's he got? And then she sends me a picture. It's got that, and it's like, little bugger.
Yeah, I had
He's normally in the chat. Come on, Baz. You can't say that. He's normally in the chat.
I know, but
He was in the chat last week, so you know, come on.
He's on holiday this week, so
Like somebody else we know.
I just wanted a break for work. That's it. I needed a break.
Sometimes you need it, though. Definitely.
So, Brian, you got anything coming up? Anything specials? Anything for some holidays or anything?
No, I've no. The end of the summer now, unfortunately, so no holidays. There's Comic-Con on over here, third, maybe next weekend, I think, but it's sold out, so I forgot to buy tickets because I'm silly, so I won't be going. Yeah, I'll just have to review one of those Action Force reviews up either tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just the usual stuff, really. We'll be doing the Culture Cast next Tuesday. We'll be talking about all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff on that, all the movies and what have you. Yeah, so.
No. I did ask Connor this a couple of weeks ago, but if you got any like specialist toy shops in Ireland that you got different from like over the pond over here?
No, we have Smiths. I have two Smiths within a half an hour of me, two different ones. There's a toy. We have another smaller brand called Toy Master. The nearest one to me is about an hour and a half away, and there's nothing in it. I have no comic shops near me either. Connor is in Dublin, so he has like everything around him, whereas where I am is about 2 hours away, down south, and we have nothing near us at all. Just Smiths every so often. So yeah, everything I'd say 99.9% of my collection came through the letterbox from buying online or whatever.
Bazzy's Boot Sale Academy will teach you young lines. I like that one.
Come along, little Padawan.
See, my nephew's learning already because when we go to charity shops, usually when it's after the school run, after school, it's like that's all he wants to do is just go to the charity shops. And officially, I still have that Black Widow here, and it was him that actually found this. It was him that found that. He was like, Uncle Barry, what's this? And I was like, £4. All right, let's go. We're going. Go.
Quick, run.
Because I'm still convinced that was labelled up, that was priced up wrong in the charity shop. Because the charity shop, usually when they get boxed items in, they do usually put an expensive
on the barcode. Yeah.
But I think that was priced up wrong. Either that or because it's got the Chinese writing on it, I think they maybe thought it was not worth anything and have not bothered doing that.
Probably thought it was a knockoff or something because of the Chinese writing, yeah. Oh well.
4 years.
Oh, that would be so bad.
I miss Kmart.
For Brian.
Cola flavored potatoes. What Ireland? Simon, they are absolutely disgusting. I wouldn't wish them on anybody. Yeah, basically, like we released like cola flavored potatoes the last few weeks here, and they're just horrible.
That sounds quite nice, Coca-Cola potato.
I love Coca-Cola myself, so I
one combination that didn't work.
But no, not nice. I'll send you over a pack, Simon. I'd say they're gladly to get rid of them here, but yeah, not fun.
You just wonder when they're actually thinking up of flavors, like they must be high or something. Oh, let's try this. This is going to work.
They were definitely high.
I think the only place that does them over here is Iceland. I know they do cheese flavored Wheatos, but in like chip styles and that sort of stuff. Different chips with different flavors. We might get them in Iceland. That's about it.
Like
I think it was Walker's. I might be Walker's.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah,
they've done weird like concoctions of
It
flavors.
was like when the last World Cup was on. I think they had all different types of funny flavors.
Because we
You
had
know what the Christmas they do is eat Brussels sprouts and
Yeah,
turkey dinners, Brussels sprouts, and oh god.
we had was it bean, cheese, and toasty ones,
Yeah, they
Flavour.
were all quite nice.
and then you had the fish and chips flavored as well.
yeah, that was the one I tried. I think they weren't bad actually.
But it has like a vinegary flavor, and I can't stand vinegar.
And I
Vinegar.
actually like salt and vinegar though. So.
Guys in the chat, if you got any questions for Brian's action figures or anything like that, just stick them in the chat. Or anything for Baz, just ask away.
I don't think everybody kind of knows me by now.
Who cares about you, Baz?
We care about Baz. Don't be mean.
Okay, the Scottish man can go. The Irish and Englishman can stay. You could be the Irish invasion one day, Baz.
Yeah.
Martin's actually the Irish invasion with Connor and Brian on.
Yeah, get Jonathan on here as well. Have a good crack.
It's all right. My sister might be moving to Ireland.
Oh yeah, what part?
Hi, Baz.
Dublin, somewhere in Dublin. I can't remember exactly where, but
Sorry
that's
for trouble.
that's where our partner's from.
The best part of Dublin is the view on your way out of it. Sorry, Connor.
I've
Sorry,
never been, so I can't say.
I think I'm sure it's Dublin he's for. I might be wrong. It's either Dublin or Belfast. I might be wrong. I can't remember exactly what part he's actually for. I hope she's still watching this because she'll kill me if I don't know. But I know that he's been thinking about it for the last couple of years about just either him moving over to Scotland or her moving over there kind of thing. Yeah. So, but it's both ways. It's like he's got family over there, she's got family here, and it's like they're kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, pick one and stick to it. Kind of thing.
Oh, to be honest with you, if she moved there, I'd miss the wee boy because he's like my wingman when it comes to toy hunting.
That would suck, all right, definitely. But that would give you an excuse to come over here, though.
Oh, a question for Brian coming from.
Oh, Connor, you're so funny. Do you think the weapons? Blah blah blah. I think they wouldn't be as severe as the ones you see every day in Dublin, Connor. Like, but they're okay.
That's just crazy.
I think we all did that at some point when we were kids.
Yeah. So, like, how long are you guys collecting action figures and stuff then?
I've been collecting for about 40 odd years.
Ooh.
I know our granddad, Harry Hyatt, got us into collecting. He used to work for Panini stickers and that sort of stuff. So he brought home latest folder and stickers to us so we could have the new stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's like, I think that's one of the earliest memories I've got. I can still, you still got like the home videos where like me and Abram opening Star Wars toys up on Christmas morning. But for me, yeah, it's the earliest memory I've got. It's about 40 odd years ago.
Jeez.
See, I kind of collected in the mid 90s, like yourself, Brian. You kind of stopped for a while to get hanging, and then I started up again, and I think I roughly started up roughly the same time as you again. I think it was about like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
I've kind of never looked back. I kind of wish I never stopped at the first place, but I think when you get to a certain age, it's like it doesn't appeal to you, and then it just takes that one thing that brings back a childhood memory, and then that's it. You're kind of.
So what was your kick that brought you back into it?
Funny enough, it was actually finding my original Trapjaw.
Oh, right, okay. That's cool.
Mum and Dad, they got rid of a lot of your childhood Star Wars stuff and that.
Bags of it.
By then, I was helping my dad clear out the loft. He was up the loft looking for something, and I just happened to open my box up, and there was just some random figures in it. And for some reason, it's like, oh, I love this trap jaw. Man, I've had this guy for, I was like 8 years old or something.
Jesus.
The only thing I've had to do is replace his arm because, like every kid back then, he always seemed to chew. So his fingers were all chewed off. So I managed to find a replacement arm for him. And for then, it's just like I've just been hooked on buying stuff.
I think for me, like I had stopped collecting, and like when you go into Tesco's or wherever it is, you'd always kind of look down the action figure line, but you wouldn't kind of stay. So I was in Tesco's in Limerick there one day, and I just happened to walk down the action figure line, and I saw like these like 4-inch Punisher and Iron Man and Spider-Man figures. I was like, what the hell are these? Because I'm a big Marvel watcher anyway of cartoons and stuff still. And I think it was the Marvel Universe line, Wave 1. And I just bought the tray of them, and I was like, I'm going to get more of these. And that was it. I started collecting the Marvel Universe line then, and then moved on to Legends and all the other stuff afterwards.
That's surprising.
What was the comic that really got you into the characters? Made you want to collect the action figures? I think there was like a random. My first Marvel memory, I think there was a random book that had the Hulk fighting Wolverine out in the snow in Canada or something. I think that's probably the first
cartoon, Hulk versus Wolverine. That's about it.
It was originally a comic book first, I think.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, maybe. I remember the Hulk versus Wolverine short thing was brilliant as well. I think that's the first kind of thing, and then after that, it was like watching the 90s shows on Fox Kids, the Spider-Man, the animated series, and X-Men and all that. That solidified it then for me. I used to get Toy Biz ones then when I was a child.
Yeah.
All those things. That's what made me want to collect the action figures.
Question for Brian is coming from Ireland. His website for boys on.
Neither, if you have any sense.
Another question for Brian coming from Ireland. Can you take?
Yeah, I'll just make him draw things for me, and he can pay for the rent and stuff. Claire always lives in a creature.
What we should actually do one night, we should actually get Shabby and Sai on at the same time.
No, they're two twins, mate. They are twins.
How would you set them apart?
It's all right because they're young. I think it's the younger brother stays. I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes away from me. So the next time Sai comes up to visit him, we're going to try and meet up somehow. And hopefully it's a Saturday and take him to boot sale, and then hopefully he can find some good things.
That would be awesome. All-time favorite toy line. I suppose Legends, because that's probably what I've put most of my. If I was to count it up across my life, that's probably what I put the most money into as Marvel Legends. So I'd say they would be my all-time favorite.
For me, to answer that question as well, I'd probably have to say my Joker and my Harley Quinn collection. I've got a thing for the Joker and the Harley.
I thought you were going to say Skeletor and Evelyn then.
I don't know. If you can notice the custom that I bashed together. I put it's like Star Wars is one of my loves as well, but I kind of bashed the two together and made my own.
Oh yeah, I've seen that actually. Yeah, that's cool.
But Shadow was on earlier on. He's a guy that's got me into the customs. Even though we done a live stream about a month ago, we were talking about it. It kind of inspired me to start again. I'm not good at painting that, but we were talking one night about a custom figure, I said I wouldn't mind a custom Harley Quinn on something that, like either Star Wars or Power Rangers or that. And I don't have the Power Ranger body, but I had a few spare Trooper bodies that I got for a charity shop that were kind of gone yellow for some odd reason. So gave them a clean, painted them up, and it's turned out better than what I thought.
It's awesome when you get stuff like that, though.
But talking about kind of customs, is that I picked up like this figure. It's from Chami. It's one of the really bad knockoff. It was never painted properly, so I've started kind of painting it.
I thought it was the thing from Clash of the Titans when you pulled it up there first. The owl thing. I can never think of his name, but yeah,
I've kind of done so
that's
far.
cool. That's class, man.
Because these were never painted properly, so they were just kind of like molded in one color and just a little bit paint here and there. So I've been messing about with that for the last
Yeah, it
couple
looks
of
really clean, man.
Right.
But it's what he says. It's what Rory actually said. Because if you don't try, you'll never know if you can do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I've done the Harley Quinn one, I've kind of got that bug that I now want to. I want to do like a Power Ranger version of Harley Quinn. I've got another body. I've got a wrestling body.
You also Transformer next, the pink one.
I
You're going to do that on Harley Quinn soon.
Because I'm going to use this base body for a Harley Quinn custom as well.
Alexa.
I actually have a couple of these figures, so I'm going to sacrifice one of them. But she's kind of already halfway there to what.
Yeah, well, she's going to cosplay as Harley anyway.
Yeah. But because I got him, he actually made his first custom figure that he kind of just bashed figures together, and he's made his own civilian version of a Power Ranger, and it's turned out better than what he thought, kind of thing. So now he's got one in the suit, and then he's got one. I think he used Madame Hydra and the Scottish lassie for X-Men.
Moira McTaggart.
Yeah. So he kind of got the two figures and it's kind of bashed them together, but it's turned out better than what he thought, kind of thing.
Well, that's cool.
And he says that was me because I bashed. I say I did because I'd done the Harley Quinn. He thought he could try something like that because he does a lot of his own customs. He does his. If he gets, especially with the Power Rangers, a lot with Hasbro, they don't do a lot of details.
Yeah, the face sculpts aren't the best on them.
Or they use that really bad silver plastic, and he touches all like if it's the morphers or any armor bits, he touches them up, and it turns out to be better than what they are.
Nice.
But it was him that kind of got me.
Got you flying.
Kind of say, but I've only started doing it over like the last month, so I've got a lot to learn.
Yeah, man, every day is a learning experience, but you'll only get better and better, so keep at it.
It's inside for me because trying to keep in the lines, try to do the Harley Quinn wasn't too bad because of the way the armor was, but try to do this guy that I'm working on, that's a bit more of a challenge because it's trying to keep in the lines. So, but the more you do, the more you learn, Brian.
Yeah, that's it. And anyway, it's something for you to do as well.
Yeah,
keeps your mind going.
No, it's not depending on my uncle.
Well, it's not that because the first thing I ever did was my Woody custom, but that was basically just a head swap. I've never thought about actually grabbing the figure and kind of painting it up to the way it should be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's I cry him now. It's he's going to be a part. I do have a few G.I. Joes and a couple I need to kind of fix because of the rubber band, but this guy's going to be a part of my Joes.
Oh, that's really cool.
I've kind of got a backstory, so he's going to be kind of like Snake Eyes, his lost brother or something. So he's going to be.
There's a Snake Eyes in my boot.
It's getting worse.
Well, there was I had two of these heads, so I done that one, and then I found a better articulated body. So I thought I'd just kind of try it out, and then I found I think this is off a Luke Skywalker, the jacket. So I kind of put it on, so now he kind of looks more like a cowboy. Then
that's really cool. I like mad custom stuff or concept stuff like that is really good. Like,
yeah.
It's just when you get from especially when you go to boot sale, man, you always seem to find the more modern Lanyard toys.
oh yeah. They used to do corpse or whatever they were called.
Yeah, it's always pick them up and give them to my nephew because he loves that kind of thing, army stuff. And there was a few that had like heads missing or looked like the dog had been chewing at the head. So I come across those wooded heads. I don't know exactly where I got them for, kind of thing.
You said you got them from the eggs that turn into a woody.
I can't remember, Dave, but I don't know why I kept the heads and got rid of the bodies. And it's just kind of messing about. And it's like, I wonder if the pegs will be the same. And then they kind of worked out they did. And then when I found that newer body, the more articulated one, actually fit. It was exactly the same peg as what's on the woody head. And I kind of just like, And it's like, now he kind of needs a jacket. So he's like a proper.
What I like.
Yeah, you got to love it, man. As you say, collecting's your life, and if your toys are your life, you want to make your own. You want to make your own figure that a company hasn't made before, Brian.
I did this the other day. I got do you know the movie J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man No Way Home, I think. Yeah, I got one of them for like a tenner in Smith's and threw a Robert Downey Jr. head onto it.
Oh, nice.
Just have a civilian like Robert Downey Jr.
That's the thing. Sometimes it just takes a head swap to make the figure look better.
Yeah.
Just something else to do. It was just like the head was just thrown in the drawer, like, so something else to do with it, like.
Because technically, that's what I've kind of done with this, but apart from like painting it up, is that I've just put because I've got I had a few spares Batman animated series because I was picking them up like crazy when B&M's was selling them for like £6. So one of them come with like a spare Harley head, so I was like, I wonder if the head would fit or look right on a Stormtrooper body kind of thing. And then before I knew, I had this finished within like 2 days.
Well, stuff like that is cool, like, because no one else has that, like, you know.
Well, that's the thing, is that I was kind of trying to look up for like getting ideas on how to do it. On like the cosplay side, folk have done the Harley Quinn / Stormtrooper outfits, but on the toy side of it, they've only ever done like a Mandalorian Harley Quinn. Nobody's actually did like a Stormtrooper Harley Quinn. That I thought was kind of weird. So it's like, am I the first person to think of this, or somebody thought about it but never
put it into action?
Never put it into action, but
yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
We need we do have a Baz figure. Before you change my name, Ian, for like the 50th time, but we do have because before I used to be cried Baz Lightyear. So we do have a figure of me.
Have you seen that new Hasbro thing now where they're making figures of people's selfies?
Yeah, I seen Vern posting something about that.
At the moment, it's an American thing going, like you can't do the rest of the world yet.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It would be, man. There's a guy in your Discord, Brian. He's from the. I can't remember what his essay page is now, but I'm going to speak to him and see if he can actually do like a 3D printed like head of the guy that's in the Discord, so we can actually create our own character.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like,
Because if you've got the technology there and take pictures, then it would kind of look weird to see yourself as an action figure. But I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know would I like it or not.
Dream though. And that the full dream though, the full Irish dream.
Ranger Forge. Thanks for that. I couldn't remember. I knew it was Forge, but I couldn't remember what it was. But he does a lot of good.
Bye, Pinky.
Arms and weapons and bits and pieces for certain things. Was it? Did they make a Victor Sass figure that would work for you? Yeah, because I'm losing my hair, so that would be a good base. Leave it with me, G-Force. I might be able to do something. I might have to speak to Rory and Brian about that, but I think it could happen. Peaky.
Peaky.
Everyone's
a peaky Irish comedian in their life.
But there's a question, right? Can you talk about custom heads? If you were to get somebody to make a custom head of yourself, which Marvel character would you put it on?
Oh,
they've only gave you choice of two.
Maybe a Wolverine or an Iron Man or something. I suppose my logo is Iron Man, so maybe that Iron Man one. I don't know though. I find the whole concept very weird. I don't know if I'd probably buy it when I got it in my hand. I'm like, oh, I don't want this.
Marvel, can you choose DC? Or do you want Marvel first?
If I had to pick DC, it has to be Batman, right? Surely, or Green Lantern, actually, maybe. I'd cover half my face.
I thought if I had to choose DC, I would probably have to put it on a Joker's body
with the white makeup and everything. Yeah.
Okay, Marvel will be the Collector, or Captain America, or the Collector. I like the Collector. Mark DC would probably be. It would have to be Batman.
Yeah, everyone picks Batman.
I was thinking of something else for these, definitely the Collector for the Marvel side.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I have a question for the both of you. Right.
Thinking about this for the last 5 minutes.
No, there's one toy line that I want to get into, but I've never been able to get them over here. I mean, I've checked eBay. The only places I think is for the States. But there's one toy line for when I was a kid that I wanted, and it's Cry's Spiral Zone. I've always wanted to get into. I mean, I've seen the figures and that. The figures look cool, but I've never been able to find them. Even going to toy fairs and Comic-Cons over here, I've never been able to find them. I don't know if you've ever heard of a cartoon called Spiral Zone.
Spiral Zone.
Spiral Zone.
I don't think I've heard of that, actually.
My question is to use is that what toy line would you get, but it's hard to find?
Does it have to be made already?
It doesn't have to be, no.
Because
there's a few that I would love them to have made, but they never made it back in the day.
There's two. Like, I would love maybe NECA or someone to do a Resident Evil line. And I'd love also. Do you remember the game on PlayStation 2 called Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain?
Yeah.
I would love a toy line for that. I know there is one years ago, but they're impossible to find now, and about £100 a figure now to get, like. I'd love to get Kane and
The
Raziel.
original Soul Reaver Landsman, and they're so beautiful, but as
They're
you say,
unbelievable.
they're expensive.
Right, the only thing I can find for Spyro is that Spyro the Dragon.
No, it's Spiral Zone. Search Spiral Zone.
Oh, I see it there. American animated series,
Yeah.
1987.
It's like a kind of mix between like G.I. Joe and Supernatural kind of thing.
Find us a picture, Baz, and put it up on the screen.
Hmm?
I can't. I think for me, Baz, a bit more space, and that's it.
A good Star Wars line would be good as well.
A different company than Hasbro, you mean?
Yeah. We all want our Halloween Chewbacca.
Any toys you want to collect in the future, Brian? While Baz is just looking for this thing.
Yeah, like from SDCC, there's a new Street Fighter line being announced by Jada Toys. I'd like to get those.
Yeah.
There's only one wave so far. I think Ryu, Chun-Li, and Fei Long, they look absolutely brilliant. I hope they'll be easy to get though. My only worry. Yeah, those look class, but
There's it's like they've got cloth suits on kind of thing, man. But I've never. Maybe watching the cartoon, but I didn't know there was a toy line for them. But I've never been able to find them.
they're like Robotech or Centurions or something.
I mean, a lot of folk have done like custom ones, eh?
Never heard of them, Baz, but look pretty decent, perfectly honest.
But every time I've kind of like, oh, there's one. That's like what the boxes in it they come in kind of thing.
Yeah.
But every time I've kind of like went onto eBay, I mean, it's always America that they're selling. It's like I don't know if they ever come to the. I don't know if we ever got them in the UK or not.
Tonka, isn't it?
But I've always wanted to get one for the collection. See, even
I've always liked Mortal Kombat.
Oh, MK.
The problem with the Mortal Kombat is there's so many now lines that's done it, but no one's ever done a complete collection.
Stormer getting there, but
yeah.
What I want to try and get a hold on is a Captain Britain. You get him in Marvel Legends.
I still don't know one of those.
Yeah.
Because I think they've done quite a few different variations of Captain Britain, haven't they, Brian?
I think there's about 3 or 4, yeah.
Go to game, Ian, or get your brother-in-law to go to game. You might be able to get them in there for a good price.
Everything's doing it.
Because I was when I was here on Saturday in game, I seen a guy labeling up some figures, and they actually had Ironheart for 9.99, but he accidentally put the wrong price on it. So when I went and picked up to tell it was still at the full price. But it's one figure I kind of want to try to get my hands on. I don't know why I want Ironheart, but I think it's just because I want to have a different variation in Iron Man.
Yeah.
And she's in the new Black Panther film as well now, so she'll probably go up in value as well. And it's a good figure actually. That Ironheart.
As I am from the States and I have never heard of Spiders one. See, I've only ever watched the cartoon, and I was watching a YouTube video on like some of the 80s cartoons and toy lines, and that was one of the toy lines they were talking about. Never knew it existed. Remember watching the cartoon, never knew the toys. But it's like over here is that you had the cartoon, but we never got the toy line, or vice versa. We never got the cartoon, but we got the toys. Kind of thing.
Looking at the figures, but I can't even remember them being in the shops.
Spiders was never had
No,
those.
the boxes don't look familiar at all. Like
had the German within. Yeah, they did. I mean, Sonny was right. They had a German in the ranks kind of thing. But I don't know if they ever come to the Europe or it was a US thing, or maybe whenever. Sonny, you never get me. But it's like talking about toy lines I wish they actually made is that I know they've done knockoffs because I think Dave showed me a picture when we were talking about them. And that was the dragon? No, dinosaurs. I wish they actually did the toy line for that, but they only ever done knockoffs.
Oh. I'd love as well, actually, now that we're on the subject, I'd love we got official GoBots as well. I think there is a Crasher in one of the Transformers Legacy waves coming. I'd love to get a full line of GoBots. Absolutely. I know it was it was like the cheap version of Transformers in the 80s, but I thought it was a really good show as well.
Yeah, man. I know a lot of folk don't like GoBots, but man, I wish they kind of redid GoBots and brought them kind of back out, because some of the characters were kind of fun looking.
Cycle and Leader One and
like Cycle. Scooter was kind of like the comedian kind of thing. I mean, I loved Scooter as a kid, and then when they done the Rock, I loved I think his name was Nugget, like the gold guy.
Oh yeah. Was he one of the rock ones?
He was one of the Rock Lords. I mean, watching that movie, I thought it was kind of weird that they brought the two together, Rock Lords and the GoBots kind of thing.
Yeah, it was that movie. Like it was another one that was like randomly under my TV cabinet that I don't know where it came from, who bought it or anything, but I must have watched it 50 times. Like,
I know Baz showed me off a Dinobot. Did you go back during the week? The back.
Oh, are you talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Very nice. That's so cool.
It's kind of weird, because there's no really articulation apart from his legs, kind of thing. But I know he was a part of. Was it Monstrous? I think he's
5-6 back combiner.
It was a part of like their combiner line kind of thing.
Oh, Simon definitely did his bar camp. Not enough Germans in Thailand.
See, I wish we got the Ulysses 31 figures toy line over here, but I think that was just a Spain exclusive, Dave, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Ulysses 50 there, yeah.
I would have loved, even if NECA got their hands on that line or another company, I would love to see like a modern Ulysses figure kind of thing.
That song just
the toy line, quite a few products for it now is out there, but it's one of the things like the Cosmic Cowboy you picked up. It's them type of prices now. Yeah.
I was even finding that wasn't it Cosmic Cowboys? Was it Warrior something Warriors, but still from the same kind of line. Even finding that about sale, I thought was kind of weird. because it's not a thing you. I mean, you can find plenty of Star Wars stuff, He-Man stuff, Turtles, but finding something like the lines that never had cartoons or just had a toy line, it's sometimes it's kind of like you find something, it's like, oh, that looks cool, I'm going to buy it, and then you end up doing your research and then finding out it's something that is expensive, but folk don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's the thrill of the hunt, and it basically finding something unusual, and then you find out it's like, whoa, didn't know they existed them toys.
Well, I knew about Cosmic Cowboys. I remember having them as a kid, kind of thing, but I didn't know they'd done like sublines to that series, because they're all interchangeable, so you can take the legs off and you can basically make your own figures up. German does not deal with certain shit.
You look past 2 weddings.
Ulysses 31. Aye, it was, man. That was an awesome cartoon.
What was the other line you mentioned to me, Baz? Was it? You was mentioning it wasn't Street Sharks, but it's Dog Pounds or something. Dog Pounds.
It was kind. I think it was a knockoff of. It was like a knockoff to Street Sharks, but it was kind of like the same
style.
It's like they all had their own bio. They're all, I think they were all brothers or something, and they all got mutated with dog DNA, and all become like monstrous looking. Basically, it was just like the Street Sharks. I remember like how the origins of the Street Sharks started, that they all got injected with the shark DNA and they all become like shark hybrid. It was the same way this line, but they all got. I think there was like a Doberman and a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the other 2 were, but they all come with like weird weapons as well. I think one actually come with like a food dish that it uses like a frisbee. If I remember, I could be wrong, but some of them there is, man. It's like when we were younger, there was a lot of weird toy lines out.
Definitely.
In the 80s and 90s, there's just too many toy lines to keep up with. You couldn't have kept up with everything.
No.
It's like you say, the big hits raised in the 80s was Transformers, G.I. Joe. Star Wars is mega.
See, it's kind of weird. It's like all the 80s toys that come out. It's like Transformers and Star Wars are kind of the 2 main ones from back then. I wish they kind of. I know they've done modern He-Man figures now that for folk that are the original He-Man figures, but they can't get them because they're too expensive. It's a cheaper way of getting them from your childhood, kind of thing. I know they've done Thundercats as well, but I wish they kind of continued making some of the 80s stuff that we had, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's possible. You got any weird figures in your collection, Brian, or is it just bog standard run of the mill?
Any weird ones?
Yeah.
Trying to think now. I don't know.
Well, any night lockups or bootleg figures or anything like that, Brian?
I have this thing. I don't know if you. What I know it's like. So, this is from a toy line. Basically, didn't go anywhere. It was like a sample that got sent. It's of Blue Beetle. It's golden collection Blue Beetle. The actual guy who made it and sculpted it and everything sent it to me to review it. Yeah, like even the back of it is like just printed off a computer or something. I don't know, but I'm always going to keep it because it's like I don't think there's many of them out there.
It always looks like the Phantom.
Yeah, it's like a golden age Blue Beetle. It's the very same as the Phantom. I don't know. Even the
Phantom from the TV series, the similar to that, isn't it?
The Ghost Who Walks. Yeah, I know the one you're on about. But yeah, it's kind of really random. Other than that, there isn't a whole lot of weird stuff. I do have like Mario and Sonic stuff up there, but that's not really weird though, is it?
Any bootlegs or knockoffy figures, or
I do have a knockoff Devastator on my Transformer shelf. I can try and show you. Up there in the corner.
yeah, bad.
That cost me.
Make my monster grow.
That cost me 20 quid. Thereabouts. No, not 20. 40.
Oh, nice.
There's the rest of the Transformers. And
But it's in heaven now. Okay. Hey, there's some wrestling figures there.
wrestlers.
Oh, when it comes to Transformers, man, it's everybody's heaven.
Oh, yeah.
So, a quick question for you, Con. Do you prefer then open shelves or the glass cabinets?
If I had the room, I'd have all.
I mean, you've got both in your collection. So, do you like the detail shelves like you got in the corner, or do you like your open shelves like you've done with your Transformers?
I think certain things are better for certain. Yeah, I don't know if I had the room in here. This room is very small. Like I'd have all glass cabinets probably, because it looks nicer as well. Like, but yeah, no, the open shelves are not too bad either for just grabbing stuff off the shelf as well. Like, I don't think there's any one good solution. You know.
I just like mine custom made shelves. All mine are custom.
That's class.
Perfect. I don't like shelves, that sort of stuff. The glass cabinets, I need too many. I haven't got the space. So I just customised my own shelves, built for the figures, and that's it, you know.
Ken Davids, when you were talking about what's the weirdest thing, I'm just actually having a look in this room to see if, and there is one that I think is weird as hell. And I remember you helped me out trying to work out what this was from, but it was that.
The Monster series, yeah.
Wait there.
What's it from?
This is probably one of the. And I like weird toys and weird toy lines, and
that's really cool. Though.
It kind of made me like Michael Myers style.
Yeah.
But if you want to go like weird toy lines, man, I'd do like the Grocery Gang. It's like it just reminds me of the Foo Fighters back in the day. But let's see if you've ever seen these, Brian. I showed this guy off last week, but I pick these up whenever I see them.
Is that like He-Man or something?
No,
it's too big. No, I don't know.
This is from, I think it was 98 it come out, and it's Cried Laser Tag.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
So I picked, this was the first one I picked up. I've got the alien to go with him. But I'm now starting to look online to see if I can find any more of these guys.
Pick up the others.
I just like the style of them. Kind of.
That's really cool looking. It's like an arc reactor he has in the middle.
The gimmick is that I don't know if there's is that if you flash a light or a torch into here, it kind of vibrates and then he basically falls down like that.
That's awesome.
But he's missing his gun. But the aliens, their gimmick is bullet into their arm. So if you flash into him, it kind of like vibrates and goes, oh, and then he kills her.
That is cool. Remember years ago, like every toy used to have a gimmick.
Yeah.
I pulled them off last week, but I was just wondering if you've ever seen them or.
No, I've never seen them at all. They're cool.
Because I
There's
found
like an orange monster for it as well, ain't there, Baz, or something?
sorry.
Orange monster or something, or green monster for the series?
Oh, I think altogether, I think there's like 8 humans and 8 monsters or aliens, but out of the aliens, I think there's like 3 of them are repaints. It's just the same mold, but just a different color. The main bad guy's like a dragon. He looks more like a dragon style villain kind of thing, but it's like the humans. There's like 3 variants of him, but they've all got different names, but it's the exact same character, just a different hair color, different helmet, but it's the exact same armor. But if I find anything strange or weird, I pick it up, man. It's because I picked up the dinosaur. Those what was it? I can't remember what these were tried again. But I picked up these a few weeks back.
They're cool. So random, like.
Yeah.
It actually reminds me of Devil Dinosaur from Marvel Comics.
Because I like the grocery gang style because it's like they're weird and thing, and it also kind of reminds me of the Foo Fighters, kind of thing. So that's what I picked them up. So I picked these guys up just to kind of go with them, kind of thing, even though it's not the same. I think it's the same company that makes them.
Yeah.
But Dave might be
Josh or something.
Sorry,
Josh or something.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I don't know if it's the same company that makes them, but
yeah,
I just seen them and it's like, I have
What's
to.
Moose Toys, is it?
Sorry?
Is it Moose Toys?
Aye, that's it. Aye, I don't know if it's the same company that does.
Yeah, but that's going like a big Easter egg and that sort of stuff with the dinosaur thing coming out the side.
Aye, man, it comes in a thing. It's basically with slime, but I gave the slime to the nephew and kept the.
You give the slime to your nephew. Come on, Baz.
Oh, yeah.
Slime.
I gave him like 7 bags, and my sister went off her nut with me. She's like, "Why are you getting him slime for?" No, I get it's like, well, he wanted it, so I gave him it.
Use the slime for like figure photography or something.
But what was that? So, do you go to charity shops, Brian? Do you ever do like toy hunts in a charity shop or?
The charity shops here are sell basically baby toys, old CDs. I do go. There's a car boot sale near me every Sunday, and like there isn't much there though. That's the only thing. Like, I'm just laughing at someone there in the comments. But yeah, the charity shops here are not great at all. You'd want to be really like super lucky to find anything even worth picking up, let alone buying. I've often found like old wrestling figures and things at the car boot sale, but even then they're battered. They're no good, like basically. So yeah.
Recently I've been finding a lot of like the Hasbro stuff, but the gimmicks, like other mechanisms, they're all kind of
shut.
But
gone now.
Some of the faces in that, they're still intact. Man, I've picked up a few that the nose has been missing or this, or the fingers have been missing. I just gave it once to my nephew because he loves wrestling. But I've picked up a few over the last. Man, I got about 20 at a charity shop last year. I'm sure it was last year, Dave, when I found that big haul. They're basically just
bags. As we coming out of the pandemic, like March time, wasn't it? It was just
bags of just random figures. It was like it was majority from Hasbro's and bits and pieces. And I just basically just went up and grabbed a lot and taken it to some of the mechanisms in English. But I just wanted the wrestler to add to the to what a HUD kind of thing. I don't really. If the mechanism works, it works. If it doesn't really bother me too much. But any that's really bad, man, I ended up giving my nephew about 6 of them because it was like 2 or 3 doublers in each pack kind of thing.
I think the closest I got to getting something in a charity shop here was about 6 or so years ago. There was I didn't know her, but there was this Facebook group, and this girl was basically throwing out a bag of stuff, and I was tagged in it, saying, "Oh, this guy I know by one of my mates tagged me in it and said, oh, he collects those things, he'll take them." So what I got was like a bag of stuff, and there was like 6 legends in there. They were going to charity shops, so I suppose. Do you remember that Fearsome Foes set for Marvel Legends that had like a different version of the thing and a different version of what's his name, Human Torch?
Mm-hmm.
It was all like weird, like all weird versions of them, and they were grand. Like I still have them there somewhere, but they were free. So that's the closest I've gotten to a charity shop.
It's just part looking in charity shop, and it's same with the car boot. It's you can turn up one week and find nothing. It's like, you know, you can have Bashers looking an old couple. It's like, how much is that? £2. Thank you. You know.
Oh, have you got it? When I go to the boot salesman, majority it's the same folk that's there every week. You'll occasionally get new folk there. It's like at our one, and now there's an old couple that are selling a lot of modern kind of stuff. That's where I got that Marvel Legends stuff off of. I usually check with them kind of thing if they've got anything new, man. It must be like son or grandson, and they're just basically clearing all their stuff out. But I wasn't expecting to get that for 10 quid for Marvel stuff, especially getting.
And your crash test dummies from last week, and your
crash test. Crash. I don't know what I've done. Aye. Because what kind of caught my eye was this guy.
Pile driver.
That's what kind of caught my eye, because I got the Marvel Legends. Oh, I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, the other guy. Wrecker.
I've got the Wrecker. And he's kind of, I think he's in the same scale.
Yeah, they're in a group together, the Wrecking Group.
I know this is like the Toy Biz version. I couldn't remember if Pile Driver was like a big.
I think he's Hasbro as well. That one. I'm nearly sure.
I need to have a wee.
Toy Biz guys are only 5 inches. That looks a 7-inch. That looks like a Marvel Select, doesn't it?
They're Marvel Legends because they're big guys anyway. Yeah. That's why they're so tall.
But like finding that, because man, as it says, that there's more traders at Irwan, so price wise, some things could be. But I think it goes down on what you're willing to pay for a certain item. Like, so last week, but the week before, I got some Crash Dummy stuff. I got a Spider-Man playset thing. And that was from the same couple. I got basically the Marvel stuff off it and the Transformers off it.
And Crash Test Dummies, I remember those well.
And the difference is that they even had this as well, the Danger Mouse.
Oh, that's really cool. Love that.
And fortunately, they never had any of the other Danger Mouse characters, but they had like they had Toad for the bad guy. Just fighting over his little snail thing or whatever it was.
That's so cool.
But I'm hoping that they're there this weekend again and see what others.
Do well off of them, like.
That's what they say. They're just trying to clear their house out. There's just got a lot of.
You should just ask them for the address altogether.
That's what she said. Just give me your address. I'll come along and see what you've got.
You don't ask, you never get. So basically, it's what.
Well, it's like the Clash Dummy playset. Already had like a modern Clash Dummy, but there was like the original one in there, but he was missing his legs. What we all know is that Crash Dummies is that you've got the gimmick, you press the button, they all explode.
They all explode, yeah.
But I think I paid £5 for everything that I got off of them.
And they're very hard to find them complete. Like,
the dummy set is like 90% complete. There's just a couple of little tools missing, kind of thing.
And a leg.
And 2 legs, aye. But I don't. But I never. When I've done research on that playset, that never come with any figures. That was just
okay.
The figures always sold separate, weren't they?
The figure was a bonus, and the car was a bonus as well. I didn't realise the car was in the box as well, so that was kind of a bonus. And
nice.
the Crash Dummy stuff, they're quite hard to come by complete.
Yeah, because
I've seen the cars
when they smash up. Like,
I've seen the cars before, and they're always missing wheels, or it's missing the steering wheel, or it's the car's only missing. There's a bit should go on the roof. That's missing. I'm not too fussed about that. And then there's like wee side panels that goes on the screen. One of those are missing, but you can't grumble for finding something from the 90s kind of thing. It's
no, not at all.
It's always exciting when you find something from either the 80s or the 90s kind of thing. It's like, oh, what else have they got kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, if I dig deeper, what else will I find?
Oh, that's the... There was something I did get months and months ago, and I must have went through 3 boxes just to get it complete. Because I found the figure in one, and then I just happened to go through it, and it's like, oh, I found this with him, and then I found that with, and it's like there's like 4 boxes just with random toys in it, and I managed to get complete near enough. Just with
that's awesome though.
Just with digging through boxes, man. That was
patience of a saint.
I can't remember I asked Connor this, but I'm going to ask you. I probably did ask Connor, but do you remember when they done like I think it was 2004 they come out, but it was G.I. Joe, but it was like they brought them out with like a Lego set.
Was it Lego or was it Mega Bloks?
It wasn't Lego. It wasn't Mega Bloks. It was
Creo.
I think it was BTR. I think that was the name of the company that done them.
Oh.
The only reason
I do remember something like that. All right, I can't.
Yeah. How? Fortunate. But do you ever remember seeing these, Ryan? I can't remember if I showed this to Connor.
I can't say I do, no, to be honest.
They
look like the G.I. Joe Resolute, the animated version.
Yeah.
But these like come with like a Lego set. It wasn't real Lego, it was like a knockoff fake Lego.
As well.
I was just wondering, because I remember back in the day, I remember picking up a set. And I'm sure it was actually that same character that I had, but it was like a Lego build style G.I. Joe vehicle. I was just wondering if you've ever remember seeing these.
I vaguely remember them doing something similar to Lego, all right, but I don't remember the actual figures.
I've got quite a few. I've got a few that's like proper like G.I. Joe style figures, and then I've got one that's more like that there's no really, it's only the arms that have got articulation. The legs are just basically straight. They're like it's like a mixture between a Star Wars figure and Star Wars figure, and just having like articulation in the arms, so you could actually. So I don't think it was you can get them on eBay quite cheap. Because I was thinking about actually buying one of the sets again. But I've noticed, I mean, they're only going for like between 15 to 20 quid.
That's not bad at all.
I was just wondering, because I know you like your G.I. Joe, Connor likes his G.I. Joe. I was just wondering if you've ever. Aye, that's him there, Dave.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Forrest Fox.
BTR, this company, Baz.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good few bits and pieces, all right.
The Cobra versus G.I. Joe versus Cobra. When they reissued it just as the movies were coming out.
See the guy that's actually with that one. That's the guy I'm talking about. That's the other guy that I've got.
Oh yeah, Frostbite. That's pretty cool.
Because I mind buying a set when they come out, and then over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been randomly finding like the odd figure. I think I've got like a couple of Dukes, and I've got him, and I can't remember who the other guy is.
Duke Gavel.
But okay, my lovely sister, man, she found a nice little haul for me last week. I think it was last week or the week before, but she found some vintage Star Wars figures and some Joes as well.
Nice.
She's taking a picture, goes, "You want these?" Is like, "Oh, hell yeah."
When are you not hauling, Bez?
Well, the good thing about it is that I think it's Flynn. I thought it was hot, but I put the Star Wars ones on the vintage shelf, but I got him, Brian, from when they done the space. Is it Space Bridge or Space Patrol?
Yeah, I remember those.
The only reason I thought it because it had
class.
original Fullman
Cobra officers.
I think that might be Duke as well. Aye. Oh, there was quite a few.
Yeah, there's loads, isn't there? Yeah, that's definitely Duke, I think.
Is that Flynn? I thought it was Hawk, General Hawk, but I think that's Flynn.
I think it could be Flint.
I think I showed these off last week, actually. I'm not too sure. Lego US flag will still cost you over a high, probably. Oh, don't talk about things like that, because I've said to Rory, because we were talking about the crash dummies and then ended up finding them. And he keeps saying to me that you're going to find a flag at a boot sale. It's like, if I find a flag, I says, I'm retiring.
Yeah, you'll know.
You didn't say what type of flag. It could be an American flag or a UK flag. And you can find a flag at a car boot quite easily.
But have you seen the size of the box for the flag, though, Dave?
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would get that in my car.
You could drive it home.
That's actually turned up, Baz, at a car boot or flea market in America. A flag. But the guy wanted $400 for it at the car boot. Because I know it was in one of the Facebook groups like 3 or 4 months ago.
It's like a lot of folk at boot sales that I've kind of noticed, especially when they're traders. This is what I didn't understand, is that if you're a trader, you should know what you're selling.
Mm.
But there's one guy there, and it's like every time I go, it's like, "Oh, I've got these, but I don't know what they are." And it's like, well, you're a trader, you should know what you're selling.
Well, that's the good thing. If he doesn't know what he's selling, Baz, you can get the items cheaper. But like you say, one time you turn up at your store, Baz. Well, everyone puts everything at Power Rangers, but you know it's not.
Well, that's the thing. He's got a lot of Power Ranger stuff, right? And he's selling them for £1, right? But he's got Zord. He's selling some of the modern Zords, Dave, from like Ninja Steel and all that, right? But he's wanting like £12 each for them. But he wants the Power Ranger. He wants the actual figures. He's selling the figures for £1. And it's like, well, surely if you're selling the Rangers for £1, because some of them that he's selling are the harder ones to find.
Yeah.
I say, if you're selling them for £1, say myself, you're selling them for £1, but you're selling the Zord parts for £12. I said, you should know what you're selling. And it's not the first time I've found things on his stall for like 50 pence, and it's like he doesn't even know what it is.
Jesus.
Kind of thing. It's like,
quite lucky.
Because the worst thing about it is that there's a funny story. He went and picked up this big lot of dinosaur stuff, right? And he's like, "Can you help me out here?" And it's like, he goes, "I just went and picked up a big lot of Dino Rider stuff." I was like, "Oh, cool." He says, "I'm not too sure about price wise." I said, "All right, so I'll have a look." I looked in this box and it's like, "I'm sorry, pal, but they're no Dino Riders." I said, "What do you mean?" I goes, "They're no Dino Riders." He says, that's what the guy says. I paid 40 quid for this. It was actually from an Lanyard dinosaurs.
Oh, no.
So he basically, whoever sold them, I'm talking over Dino Riders. I says, no, Dino Riders are the same size as mass figures, or just a little bit smaller. And I says, you can tell with the dinosaurs, I says, the dinosaurs are really hollow. So they're really, some of them could be brittle. But wasn't it? It was modern Lanyard dinosaurs. It was when they done the dinosaurs kind of crossover line for the Lanyard stuff.
Yeah, I remember them.
And he's like, you're joking. He says, I paid 40 quid for shite. It's like, no, really. I says, I mean, you'll probably still get maybe a couple of quid for the dinosaurs. Easy. You'll be able to make your 40 quid back. Because he was going to put the prices up to like 10 quid each. I goes, nah, you'll not get 10 quid for them, pal.
Yeah.
Great. Quick question for you, Brian.
Go on.
Hopefully you seen out for stuff like last week, because I know Baz like really busy pants. There you go. Anything at San Diego Comic Con that's going to take your fancy in the future? No, Baz's Holy Grails, Eternia playset, or God Evelyn.
I'm really interested to see what the next HasLab is from Marvel. If it's a Ghost Rider themed one, I'd nearly be tempted to go for it. Yeah. I love that Eternia playset as well. Yeah. It looks amazing.
If it's a Ghost Rider, man, it would be cool to have a Marvel Legends style vehicle to go with a Marvel Legends 6-inch figure. I think that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, if they do the Hell Charger, that would be awesome. But the price is the problem for me, really. I can't
Marvel Legends go like Howard the Duck. I don't care.
Oh, that Howard the Duck as well. Yeah, I must be the only one that loves that terrible movie that came out in the 90s or the late 80s. Was it? Howard the Duck.
I can kind of join you. I did enjoy that movie as well, Brian.
The Overlord.
It's so stupid, like you just have to like it.
Yeah. Back to the Overlords. Anything else that took your fancy?
Yeah, all the new Star Mortal Kombat stuff, obviously. I want it all. I want it now.
I want a couple of them.
I know some of the G.I. Joe stuff they showed up was like, I'm so glad we don't get it in the UK anymore, except for specialty shops. I'm like, yahoo!
And some of the new Legends were good as well. Yeah, there's too much. Like, there's loads of new Turtle stuff from NECA as well.
Yeah.
I kind of finished that line because I have everything I need from it, but still looking at the way they have everything set up in dioramas and everything. It's just, they look unreal. I just want them all. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan. Be interesting to see what it is.
I want the Eternia playset, but I'm just wondering what the price of that's going to kind of be.
I think they were saying about 500 quid. Like,
I was expecting anything between 300 and 500.
I wouldn't even have room for it, being honest. I have the Castle Grayskull, and it's up on a high shelf. That's the only place I had room for it. Like, so, yeah.
It's more like space, isn't it, for that type of stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I'll be honest, I love San Diego. I want to go one year. It's my dream to go one of these years. It may be next year, if not the year after, definitely. But I think for me as a collector, you see like Mattel's Jurassic Park compound display, and that's just unbelievable. But you could never own it or collect it.
It's just incredible looking, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Dave, when I watched the Pixel Dan going through some of the, and I seen, I actually thought that was going to be a play. I thought that was a playset. I didn't realize they just used that as a display.
Yeah.
Play the new stuff, but that would be cool to have something like that. Because I mean, that would probably go with G.I. Joe as well. If you went to like a compound kind of thing. But
I know I want to do He-Man's Castle Grayskull playset. The new cartoon series. I know I want that.
Because I had a look at what's coming out for figure-wise for Masters of the Universe, and my bank account's not going to like it.
Just take my wallet. I don't need to eat.
Well, there's two versions of Evelyn, which is Baz and Squeeze. Is after Harley? Yeah.
Well, I know it's an unrunning gut because we keep saying it's like Skeletor and Evelyn. To me, they still kind of get like that. They're like the Joker and the Harley. It's like the both of them do like each other, but imagine if they had a child and how would it come out? What would it look? Would it look like Skeletor, or kind of thing? It'd be kind of weird if they did actually do the deed and had a baby. What would the baby look like? Kind of thing. Would it be like
Scary,
like a human skin Toba with a skull head, or would it be blue? Yeah, it's just one of those.
Probably be half and half, Baz. Be half and half skeleton, half girl.
Aye.
Or girl skelly.
I would look at, because I've seen some of the Sunman new stuff that's coming out, and it's like, I need to get them as well. I know they've put Sunman into the Masters of the Universe, but to me, it's still a separate. It's like a separate toy line from the Masters.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off.
Yeah. But some of the characters that they've kind of started to release, it's like, oh, I need to get some of these.
There's a lot of people pissed off at them as well because the two versions of Grizzlord they're doing are both like exclusives or something.
Oh.
So they won't be going to.
The problem is when does the exclusive now become exclusive? Because most of it, if it's done by Hasbro or Mattel, it'd be on Matty Collector or Hasbro Pulse. You know, it's there's no exclusives anymore.
There's a pricing question. What do you think of your price for 600?
I think anything over $24.99 are taking the piss, really.
See, I liked when you used to be able to buy the Black Series, it would cost you 20 quid. No more. Now they're bringing out like the
40 quid, are they?
One like 40 quid for.
That's
kind of thing, and
crazy.
you're only getting maybe 2 or 3 extra accessories with it. I don't think their pricing is right. I think they're putting their prices up now because they're going with no plastic. They're trying to get their monies back, or I don't know what they're doing. But it's like, I think there's one of the Mandalorian figures, and I think you're only getting like an extra 3 accessories, but they're wanting like 45 quid for it.
That's Boba Fett, isn't it? It's the new Boba Fett version.
I think
it's just greed. It's just greed, in my opinion. They know what they know.
The shipping times went up crazy. That sort of stuff. The shipping containers went from 7,000 a container up to £30,000 a container. You know, we'll just see where that goes.
Can you answer like G-Force's question? Is that I've started picking up the Lightning Collection stuff, right? Now, when they first come out, they were 20 quid. Some places are still selling them for 20 quid, but they've just released the Ninjetti line. Now, you're basically getting 3 heads with it. I think you're getting like 2 or 3 different hands. You get the lightning effect. But for them, they're wanting 30 quid for. But getting a standard figure just with the 2 heads, with the helmet head, your civilian head, say 3 weapons, and that you're talking between 20 to 25 quid. So where's the extra 5 quid gone? Kind of thing.
Lots of plastic and everything else is going up in the world, Bass. It's the economy's going up in the world, and everything's going up. How to manufacture and how to buy the stuff in, it's just more expensive.
But that's the thing, is that you can buy a Lightning Collection standard Ranger, right? Say for 20 quid. But they're bringing the monsters out, but they're wanting the monsters are 35 quid. And you're basically getting the same accessories.
2 inches bigger than the monsters.
Right. That's what I didn't understand, is that a standard Ranger is 20 quid. You'd think the monsters would be maybe an extra 5 or not an extra 15 quid.
Yep.
And it's the same with Marvel Legends, man.
Yeah.
I've kind of noticed with one of the shops near me is that, especially with the classic line that they've done, the retro 6-inch line, it's like one wave is $21.99, but all the newer stuff that's coming out is $24.99. I didn't understand where the differences in price went. So it's £22 up to 25, so they've added an extra £3 on some of the newer stuff.
And they've had record profits as well as last quarter. So I think though they're going to keep going. They're going to keep putting up the prices until they actually see a dent in people stopping buying them, because like even all the stuff
people start collecting them, they'll just be more. They'll wait till the sales come on and that sort of stuff. I think collectors and that sort of stuff will wait for the sale, because you know for a fact every company will get them and reduce them. It's like you don't have to pre-order stuff. You can pre-order stuff and guarantee it. But like me and Paz discussed in a couple of weeks streams ago, do you know take the gamble and the risk of waiting till it comes out?
Yeah.
Or like me in the UK, that sort of stuff, we got the B&Ms and Home Bargains. You've got the TK Maxx, but like in America, you've got the Oilers, the TJ Maxx, and other discounted places like Target does 75%, that sort of stuff. Especially we call it like Amazon's doing mega deals at the moment with everyone else in the world, just doing mega deals to get people's attention.
What's the backlash from the blockers? I figure Hasbro would have got. I know that Black Series figure, man, that's just basically a repaint of him and Chewbacca. Man, I wish they made him slightly bulkier and slightly bigger as well.
Well, that's Hasbro known for online Hasbro cutting corners like that for at least 15, 20 years. Star Wars, the Transformers, they do it all the time. They just take a head off one character, put it onto another character, and call it something else, or repaint it that many times.
It's like with the Fallen, like Transformers, the Fallen Kingdom, like Megatron, they've actually used that T-Rex mold like 4 times now. Because they've done the Jurassic Park like crossover, they used the Megatron mold. Then they've went and brought 2 Autobot suit. One is, I can't remember what their names are, but one's a red color, the other one's like an orangey color. And it's like, come on. But all they've done is it's just a new head sculpt. It's the exact same figure, but I can understand is like they need to certain characters for form why they're just going to use, but it's going to get to the paces that how many different versions of Bumblebee do you need?
Yeah, millions. You can have a full group baz of Bumblebees.
Well, I've got about 6 or 7 Bumblebees. It's the same mold, but they're just different styles, different colors, like a black version, the standard yellow version, like a damaged battle version, and it's like, come on. But back then I was like trying to be a completist. I was trying to pick up every Transformers I could. It's like I've just come to the stage.
Bumbler.
You can't do it anymore. One Bumblebee's enough now.
Nah, it's never enough, Baz. You need 2 Bumblebees minimum.
But it doesn't help. It's like they're bringing all these Transformer lines out. They're bringing all the characters out, so you end up with like 20 Optimus Primes and 20 Bumblebees and 20 Starscreams.
The whole idea, Basilton brush. There you go.
But we're coming to like the last 5 minutes, so does anybody
get your Irish, Scottishman, and English playing jokes in the chat, please? Come on, we need one to finish it off. But other than that, Brian, where can we actually find you out in this world? How can we get hold of you? What can we expect in your channel for the next couple of weeks?
You can find me
yourself as much as you like.
Brian's Action Figure Reviews. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all of those crazy social media places. Across the next few weeks, Action Force reviews coming, Marvel Legends reviews coming, Culture Cast every Tuesday night at 9:30. It's a bit adult orientated than most live streams, but yeah, all good fun.
Is the CultureCast like a live stream on your channel then?
Hmm?
What's the CultureCast on a Tuesday?
That's my live stream. That's every week. Myself and my buddy Twisted Tubs.
So is that Tuesday 9:30 on your channel?
Yeah, 9:30 of a Tuesday.
Right.
So yeah, drop by for that. It's a bit of a laugh. It's kind of anything goes, but always in a good nature, that kind of way. Yeah, so that's me basically. And also guys, thank you so much for inviting me on the show. It was great fun having the chats with you guys.
Anytime, Brian, anytime. And maybe try and get you and Connor on at the same time at some point.
Right, we're not doing an Irish invasion, you know. Come on.
Well, Dave's going away in in like 30 days, so
4 weeks.
I need to start now asking people.
It's 4 weeks, Basilton.
So where can we find you, Dave?
Sitting here watching you two guys talk. Come on, an Englishman talking to a Scottish man and an Irishman. You know, you can find me on Dave World Toys at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Dave World Toys on all of them. Any questions, reach out. I said I'll go away. My holiday starts in 4 weeks' time. I've got a small American adventure coming soon with special live stream, toy chats, toy adventures, toy pickups. You name it, I've got it coming. You know, I'll be testing my new tripod out.
Nice.
Reading my new book. And showing off my new toys. There's me.
Well, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all the usual. But be prepared, there might be a special live stream on Saturday. I've not decided yet. It depends on weather pending, and depending on my sister-in-law, because I might have to watch the kids while they have to go to hospital. But usually on a Saturday, I usually go to the boot sale. I usually just do my normal boot sale video kind of thing. But I thought I would kind of do something different this week and do a live, kind of just come on and show off what if I pick anything up, show off what I've got kind of thing. So it might be an open night as well, so anybody can pop in and say hi kind of thing. So, but I'll let you know. I'll let you all know on Saturday at some point. I'm hoping weather's good so I can
we say goodbye to you at the same time?
Aye. You can come in and go hi, bye.
Yeah. Hi, bye, guys.
I'm also meant to be going to a toy market on Saturday as well.
You're going to go live with that as well?
I'm not going to go live. I'm just, as I say, we've not decided we're going to go yet, depending on the situation with my sister-in-law.
Your gremlin's coming, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but if I go, then the video I might be talking for hours. But just be prepared. There might be like a last-minute live stream on Saturday at some point.
In other words, Baz is on holiday for next week. He special live streams every day from Basilton. That's the Scottishman. The Englishman will just sit here and say goodbye. As for the Irishman, we all walked into a pub and only one's got toys. Guys, please stay safe out there. Keep well. Good toy hunting. If all else fails, I might be back with the Scottishman next Thursday. We don't know yet. But there is certain special things coming up on the channel, on Baz's channel, mine. Brian, absolute major pleasure. I'm definitely going to watch that room tour again of yours and see what I missed. But no. Scottishman, thank you.
You're welcome.
Irishman, a pleasure.
As always.
Englishman, live long and prosper.
And we'll catch you on next week, or maybe Saturday. We'll see. See you later.